I'm about to put... We're going to try these lashes one more time, but with regular glue. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I forgot to send you pictures, Chris. Sorry, sister. I have... These are like two of my favorites from the new collection. And then I have these two bracelets on. And then this ring, it's the Alyssa. I just made it live today. So go get it. Go get it. If it might be accidentally... It might... There's a 20% off coupon on the website. You just have to find it. Also, if you click a product, if you scroll down, you'll see the code. It's like in a little rolling thing going across the bottom. Anyways, what's going on, friends? Melody. Yes, and lucky for me, she's still talking because that gives me more time, you know? That old statute of limitations just keeps on rolling. Thank you. Got me another 2 years this week. Appreciate you. Okay, my outfit's cute. It's a romper. It's like open in the back right here. Super cute. I like. All right, let's just try this real fast. I'm about to go to dinner. Gonna get me a big ass steak. It's like I want to tell y'all what's going on, but then I was like, well, I should let her say it first. But then I was like, no, because then I have to look at that bullshit. And I don't have to look at that bullshit anymore. So, like, what's it going to prove at the end of the day? I'm just in a weird headspace today. My divorce is final. And I wasn't going to say anything because I was like, oh, I'll let her say it. Or him say it. Creepy asses. But it is what it is. So... You know, you think that you're like waiting for this day to come and oh my God, then I'll be free. And then the day comes and I'll be honest, I don't have an ego, so I don't care if they're getting joy out of me saying this. I'm not a disgusting human with no feelings like they are. So it doesn't feel good, surprisingly enough. God, I hope this turns out. It actually feels quite disgusting. Like I felt like all day. Well, we went to church tonight, if that tells you anything. We were going to go to dinner and then I was like, you know, buddy, like maybe you shouldn't go to dinner with me tonight because like this isn't anything we should be celebrating. So, because he was like, Mom, I have shock tonight, but I'll be happy to go to dinner with you. And I was like, no, buddy, you know, we're not celebrating anything. So we'll keep our intentional must-have dinner dates. I mean, we go all the time, obviously, but like tonight would have been important because the only person I wanted to be around was really him. But I don't want him to think that this is something that I'm celebrating because it's not. There's nothing to celebrate. It's awful. Fucking criminals. Okay, we're going to try this. Again, hold on. I think I have to do it up close. Hold on. Oh, no. Maybe this is just not the life for me. Maybe I'm just always going to be a strip girl. Not stripper. Not to be confused. Hold on. Oh, I don't like them. I can't do this. No, we're gonna try it. One more try and then I'm breaking out the strips. Oh, hold on. I don't know how y'all do this. I'm like pretty good at makeup and stuff. I'm gonna hate it. Anyways, yeah. Like one of my girlfriends today was like, do you want to have a party? And I'm like, no, you know, I feel like I've been kind of numb all day. It's just, I don't know. A little bit of it is like knowing he's probably like over the moon. You know what I was thinking about too? Remember when I told y'all when I had plastic surgery in 2016 and I put my wedding ring in the locker? This is so gross, but I drove by the hospital today and I thought of this. I put my wedding ring in the locker at Methodist Southlake, and supposedly somebody stole it out of the locker. Locked locker, okay? Now I'm over here like, did they really steal it? The only person who had a combination is me and Ben. It's gross, right? That was 2016. Like, I thought we were pausing at 2017. But then, you know, he lied to our 401k company and told them he hasn't been an employee since 2016. So where did that day come from? I don't know. So we are going to have little conversations about this stuff. I already don't like these, I'll tell y'all right now. But I'm just going to put them on so I can go to dinner. Honestly, this is going to take me forever to do both sides. We should just wear strips, huh? Yeah. Because this literally will take me forever. We are going to... Yeah, fuck this. No, not for me. Who wants Flutter Habit lashes? Call me. I'll give them to you. Brand new. Minus that one. I have a whole stack. We are going to have little conversations every Sunday. What did he say? My friend earlier said, call them Sunday something. I just said it in my stories. We're just going to chat and start from the beginning. Because guess what? The one good thing to come out of all this is I don't have to worry about anything, which really, I really shouldn't have worried about it from the beginning because nothing helped me anyways. I don't know. It's just gross. I guess at the end of the day, I need to just remember that. Number one, they're both going to get caught eventually. Number two, the legal system is not just by any stretch of the imagination. Number three, like I made him rich once and now twice. Number four, he has to tell his mama that's my money and he knows that. My contour on my nose does look good. What else is good come from this? I mean, my kid knows the truth. Shit, my kid told me. Everybody knows the truth. Whole town hates him. God, it feels good to be able to say that out loud. Yeah, no one's pouring their drink on me. No one's throwing their cup out at me at the window at a restaurant or when you're walking the dog. Nope. Instead, I have strangers telling me, oh my God, my family's praying for you. My students are praying for you. Because they know I did not ever make up anything. Also, to be very clear, everything I've ever said that she did, she did. I stand by it 100,000 million%. Even more so now that I have the text messages between the two of them, which is fucking disgusting. I stand by everything I've ever said. And they won't get away with it forever. But Mama's got to go back to work so I can afford to hire people to catch their asses. So make sure you are hiding your chats now, guys. Weirdos. Disgusting. It's okay. At least at the end of the day, after all the story is said and done, like, I didn't even get left with, like, $10,000. Like, literally nothing. So when I do build all this back to something, at least... Oh, when I say 10,000, I mean, like, no thousand. Like, every single thing. He got my 401k. He got every bit of dollars I have. Either he got it or she got it. One of the two. Not either as in, I don't know. Either as in, the judge gave her all of my money that would have gone towards the house, and I have to pay back all the attorney fees myself. Like, is that not a red flag, bro? She sued both of us, and only I ever went to court. You never even went to, like, a attorney meeting, trial, deposition, nothing. And then she turns out to be your witness, and you turn out to be on her witness list for her case where she's suing us. After you told us for 2 years that it was her doing all this stuff and not you. On video, bro. It's disgusting. And you know why he won't sue me? Because if he sues me, then I get to take all the shit that the judge didn't look at in my divorce, all those videos, I get to take those to court. He won't sue me because there's nothing to sue over. It's a fact. I just couldn't say... I'm going to show y'all a video later tonight, November 24th, 2021. He found it in my phone. And that's when he filed for divorce. And in the video, I say, you know what? I'll give you half of everything right now. But I'm going to tell everyone everything. And... much better. I'm a dark brown kind of girl. He found that video on my phone, though. I know he did. But the point of that is to say, he kept telling me, I'm not going to file for divorce, babe. He was trying to tell my brother that. And Julian was like, sis, he's telling you. No, he was not telling me. He made up a fake budget. Then 2 days later on his birthday, 2021, which is the 27th, I made the video on the 24th. He flew to LA or San Diego on the 25th. He told me and my family he didn't want a divorce. Oh my God, no. Blah, blah, blah. On the 27th, I knew something was wrong. I just kept saying to Julian, he's not telling you the truth. I don't have any proof of it, but I just know in my gut something ain't right. And then sure enough, I found out on Instagram that he filed a counter petition. And I was like, oh, really? I thought we were creating a budget and doing all these things. Creating a budget with what, bro? You took all the dough. So, anyways, that's where we are. So I gotta go back to work. So my website went live, what, yesterday? Day before? I appreciate all of you who ordered so much. And y'all did order. That was the best part. I was like, oh, they do. Like me. I need some lip filler for sure, huh? Okay, let me get some strips real quick, because that shit's not gonna work. It falls apart, and I will give you a hug. Because I'm sure you're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be great. Look, you just got this over $500,000 payday. Sis, he's gonna burn through that shit so fast. This is new money, and he didn't earn it. He ain't keeping it. He's gonna go buy a big old jacked up truck to compensate for his lack of other areas. And then he's going to probably buy a shitty house somewhere that's not fancy, because he won't do anything if he has to pay for it himself. Ask his kid. And then, God, you know how good it feels to just be able to say what the fuck I want to say. What else is he going to do? He ain't going to pay for his kid's college. We know that. Or anything for his child. Am I wrong or am I wrong, sir? If I'm lying, let me know. Come over and let me know. And when you come, make sure you bring your kid like a birthday gift or something. You know? Actually, don't come. Please don't come. If you come, we call the popos. God, can you imagine all the police stations knowing about you too? For the reason he didn't like them. Hi, Sarah. He won because he provided the judge with false profit and loss statements and fake tax returns. I didn't know that fake tax returns existed, and I said several times on the stand, that's not my tax return, that's not my tax return. I did not have a good attorney at all. She did not even bring my inventory and appraisement to court, literally whatsoever. It was horrible. And instead of just admitting that they made a mistake, we had to go with the inventory that Ben created from 2 years ago, which clearly has none of my personal debt on it, so I have to pay all that. And it had no property, none of my lawn equipment that he lied and said my dad gave him. No, he didn't. It didn't have any of my Gucci, Matori, my Yarman, all the stuff that he says in the video November 8th 3 times that it's missing, and we got to find it because you worked so hard for that. Wait till y'all hear the videos, like from November 8th, where he's like talking about, yeah, babe. It's just sick to listen to it. Yeah, babe, we really got to find that. Your Gucci and your Yerman. He says the words, Gucci, Yerman, Tory Burch, $80,000 from the safe. You worked really hard for that. And then knowing like 2 weeks later, 20 days later, not even 20 days later, he's filing for divorce behind my back. After he drained my business with capital and put it in our personal bank account, and then used that money out of our personal, which then makes it community funds, so he can spend it however he like. And then he used that money on himself, not community funds. Numbers don't lie, bro. So the whole time I'm in court, I'm like, I swear to God, that's not my tax return, blah, 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 blah. He tells the judge that my business is worth $1.6 million and has $700,000 in assets, and that we've never had less than $400,000 in inventory, which is a complete fucking lie. You'll hear the other video where he's like, yeah, babe, I know we only have $275, but we can't tell anybody that. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to call the IRS and ask them to audit us. How come I'm paying them like $200,000 a year if I'm losing $1 million in revenue ever since you started handling shit for me? This don't make sense. And here's my tip for you guys. Don't be dumb. Don't be me. If it don't make sense, go figure out why it don't make sense. Don't believe anybody else except for a CPA. And when the CPA tells you, believe her. Because my CPA told me at one time, like, there's some shady shit going on. And I was like, he ain't smart enough to do all that. Sis. Oh, he was. He was. We thought did we all not just think he was just some, like, dumb, easygoing, happy-go-lucky guy? Yeah, he's happy as fuck because he's hiding money and he's getting away with it. And look, he just did. When I tell you not a single dollar, nothing went to me. No, not $10, not $20, no dollars. Not from the sale of my house that he lied to obtain. Got 5 different appraisals.
overinflated our value, overinflated my inventory amounts to the bank. None of that.
Oh my God, these lashes. Maybe I'm just not meant to wear lashes today. And if I was lying about any of this stuff, he could sue me, but he wouldn't, because then he'd get in trouble for fraud, because then I'd be able to show somebody who would listen that I'm saying all this stuff. But he won't. I welcome it though, sir. He ain't gonna spend my money to come sue me again. Are you kidding? He ain't gonna ever have that kind of money again in his life. Shit. Ben, I told you, you may get away with this, but I'm going to tell what you did. And I'm not joking. For 2 years, I didn't tell them because I didn't want her to use it at court and take the heat off of her. So I couldn't tell you guys that it was Ben too. So I just had to shut up. But everybody knew. My family, my friends, the police, attorneys, counselors, everybody. They knew he was involved. But I couldn't tell y'all because if I say it on social media, she's going to use that at her trial and say, didn't you blame your husband too? And like, it's both. It's not a secret. And then his dumb ass uploaded all the text messages to the Google Drive. Thank you for that. That was Jesus. So, but he's also done a bunch of stuff where he can't lie or erase it now, so that's great. I just have to go back to work. So, and no matter what, y'all saw, like, no matter what, for the last 2 years, I've literally been working just to pay like $7,500 a month in interest on all my business debt. And what should have happened at court is we pay off all the business debt with the $1 million that we made in profit from selling our house. And then we dissolve the business and start over. And he walk away with his 401k, I walk away with mine, like whatever. But instead, the judge gave her my portion of the house money. And he had to pay like 10%. And because he's a 10% owner, he took way more than a 10% paycheck. And then I have to pay back all attorney fees. I have to pay back half of, basically like any attorney fees I've already used out of the community funds. You know what really pisses me off? The community funds was my money that I made, but it doesn't matter in Texas because even if I made it, it's community funds. Although nobody gave a shit that he took his paychecks out of our bank account or that he deposited like $10,000 at a time in cash into his bank account. No one cared about that. But they will. Eventually. And you can't erase that stuff. Once it's done, it's done. So now I feel better. Like I can talk about it. Because you can't hack in my phone and take it away. There we go. Oh, it's like the hardest lash day of my life. Jesus Christ, we're about to wear sunglasses. Part of the problem on this side too is that the lashes are so curly from the stupid lash lifting that I did that really does work, but you need to have somebody else do it for you. Our system is so messed up. Yes, it is, but it is what it is. I just use eyeshadow on my eyebrows, to tell you the truth. But I feel, honestly, I'll be truthful with you. I felt like shit all day today. Not sick, just like heavy and I don't want to talk to anybody and I just want to be alone and sit in silence. And now I'm on here with you and I'm not going to lie. I feel 1,000 times better. It's weird, huh? But it's like once I can be transparent with you guys, like it makes me feel normal again. And then I was going through my DMs and if y'all messaged me, like there's a lot of DMs that I've never opened before ever. So I was going through some of those and some of them are literally from 2020. Shit, one was from 2018. But when I was going through them, it shows me the post that you're commenting on, which is how some of the older posts got reposted today because they were like things that people had commented on. And so this is the worst lash job I've ever done in my life. But anyways, the point of that is to say, watching that video back where I'm in the swimsuit, that was the first time I'd like told a lot of the whole story at one time. What I thought was the whole story. Like I knew in my head that he was involved, but like I was trying to convince myself that he wasn't. Honestly, every time somebody would tell me he was involved, I'd be like, no, guys. I remember being at the police station going, just focus this direction, okay? I really did think he was like too dumb. Honestly, you just don't think anybody that is telling you they love. Like imagine, y'all, he gave me a ring in 2021 and he was doing the shady shit. Like, that is gross.
Also, for the new chick, like, if he could do all that shit to me, what can he do to somebody that he barely been with? You better get your bag, girl. Go get as much from him as you can and go hide it somewhere. He can tell you how to do that. Also, doesn't that tell you so much about his, like, morals and ethics? Trust me, his family's gonna act like they're, like, the closest things to Jesus, but you'll figure that out real quick. Yeah, it's just gross. It's literally disgusting. So, it is what it is. So now I'm gonna go back to work so I can hopefully one day tell my story and help people. We're just gonna have to deal with them. They're fucked. And hopefully help other people who are like in this era where they're like, I don't know what I should believe. Like, not that dude, bro. My kid does not speak to him. I can say that freely now. They've seen each other one time in 6 months for 1 hour. He asked him if he was going to come back by 11 o'clock the next morning. Shit, man. They do not speak, though. That's my child's choice, not mine. But we had agreed during mediation that if my son was uncomfortable over there, he could just drive away. And so that's what he did. I mean, would you be comfortable? Whoopi told me that his dad asked him what kind of car he had. And Whoopi goes, Mom, Dad asked me what kind of car I had. And then I just looked at him and I go, you're telling me you really don't know what... This is after we already been to trial. Like, the car is on the inventory sheet. Notice they could put that on there. But I even asked them to pay for it. I paid for it by myself. And so he goes, Mom, Dad looked at me with a straight face and said he had no idea what kind of car I drove. And he goes, it was the weirdest thing because that was the same face that he tells me everything else with. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. Because, like, what else can you say? It's just screwed all around. So, Jay! It is what it is. You just text me?
Yeah,
What?
I was trying not to come in here.
Oh, it's okay. They can't see you. Fine.
Do you, can you take me home after? Yes,
Thank you for my wall, my, what do we call that? Jewelry wall? Pegboard?
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate you so much. It looks beautiful.